Hi friends, Miss Erin here. I'm at my parents' house with my dad, and when I was a little kid, 2 years old, just like you, he would read me this book, and it's one of my favorites, so I wanted to share it with you.
Hello friends. This book is called Flossie and the Fox, and it's about a little girl who had to take a trip through the forest to deliver some eggs to her grandma. But she meets someone along the way who wants to try to stop her. Let's listen to Flossie and the Fox. Flossie! The sound of Big Mama's voice floated past the cabins in Sophie's quarters, round the smokehouse, beyond the chicken coop, all the way down to Flossie Finley. Flossie tucked away her straw doll in a hollowed log and then hurried to answer her grandmother's call. That's Flossie Finley. See, she's putting her doll in the log. Here she is with her mama. Here I am, Big Mama, Flossie said after catching her breath. It was hot, hotter than a usual Tennessee August day. Big Mama stopped sorting peaches and wiped her hands and face on her apron. Take these to Miss Viola over at the McCutcheon place, she say, reaching behind her and handing Flossie a basket of fresh eggs. Seemed like they'd been troubled by a fox. Miss Viola's chickens so scared they can't even now lay a stone. Big Mama clicked her teeth and shook her head. Why come Mr. J.W. can't catch that fox with his dogs? Flossie asked, putting a peach in her apron pocket to eat later. Every time they corner that old slickster, he gets away. I tell you, that fox is one shy critter. Well, how do a fox look? Flossie asked. I just remember ever seeing one. Big Mama had to think a bit. Chilly, a fox be just a fox. But one thing for sure, that rascal loves eggs. He'll do most anything to get at some eggs. So Flossie tucked the basket under her arm on her way. Don't tarry now, Big Mama called, and be particular about them eggs. Yes'm, Flossie answered. The way through the woods was shorter and cooler than the road route under the open sun. What if I come upon a fox, thought Flossie. Oh well, a fox just be a fox. That ain't so scary. See, she's going to walk through the woods to Miss Viola's house. What do we have here? Flossie commenced to skip along when she come upon a critter she couldn't recollect ever seeing. Now, what is that there? He was sitting side the road like he was expecting something. Flossie skipped right up to him and nodded a greeting the way she'd been taught to do. Well, top of the morning to you, little missy, the critter replied. And what is your name? I be Flossie Finley, she answered with a proper curtsy. I reckon I don't know who you be either. Slowly, the animal circled round Flossie. I am a fox, he answered, all the time eyeing the basket of eggs. He stopped in front of Flossie, smiled as best a fox can, and bowed. At your service. Look at that fox. Oh my. Flossie rocked back on her heels and then up on her toes, back and forward, carefully studying the creature who was claiming to be a fox. No, she said at last. I just purely don't believe it. You don't believe what? Fox asked, looking away from the basket of eggs for the first time. I don't believe you a fox, that's what. The fox's eyes flashed with anger. Then he chuckled softly. My dear child, he said, sounding right disgusted, of course I am a fox. A little girl like you should be simply terrified of me. Whatever do they teach children these days? Flossie tossed her head in the air. Well, whatever you are, you sure think a heap of yourself, she said, and she skipped away. And that fox just looked at her go. Look at that fox. Fox looked shocked. Wait, he called. You mean you're not frightened? Not just a bit? Flossie stopped. Then she turned and said, I ain't never seen a fox before. So why should I be scared of you, and I don't even now know you a real fox for a fact? Fox pulled himself tall and cleared his throat. Are you saying I must offer proof that I'm a fox before you will be frightened of me? Well, that's just what I am saying. Little Flossie skipped on through the piney woods while that fox fella rushed away, looking for whatever he needed to prove he was really who he said he was. What do you think? Now there he is, that fox. Flossie's taking a good look. Meanwhile, Flossie stopped to rest out a tree. Suddenly, Fox was beside her. I have the proof, he said. See, I have thick, luxurious fur. Feel for yourself. Flossie leaned over. The fox leaned over for Flossie to touch his back. Feels like rabbit fur to me, she said to Fox. Shucks, you ain't no fox. You a rabbit, all the time trying to fool me. Me, a rabbit, he shouted. I have you know my reputation precedes me. I am the third generation of foxes who have outsmarted and outrun Mr. J.W. McCutcheon's fine hunting dogs. I have raided some of the best hen houses from Franklin to Madison. Rabbit, indeed. I am a fox, and you will act accordingly. Flossie hopped to her feet. She put her free hand on her hip and patted her foot. Unless you can show me you a fox, I'm not accord you nothing. And without further ceremony, she skipped away. See, she thought that fox was a rabbit. Down the road a piece, Flossie stopped by a bubbly spring. Now, doesn't that look nice? She knelt to get a drink of water. Fox came up to her and said, I have a long, pointed nose. Now that should be proof enough. Don't prove it a thing to me. Flossie picked some wildflowers. Come to think about it, she said in a matter of fact like, rats got long, pointed noses too. She snapped her fingers. That's it, you a rat, trying to pass yourself off as a fox. Well, that just about took Fox's breath away. I beg your pardon, he gasped. Well, you can beg all you want to, Flossie said, skipping on down the road. I still don't make you no fox. I'll teach you a thing or two, young lady, Fox called after her. You just wait and see. Well, Flossie is not giving that fox any room, is she? Before long, Flossie came to a clearing. A large orange tabby was sitting on a tree stump. Hi, pretty kitty, the girl said, and rubbed the cat behind her ears. Meanwhile, Fox slipped from behind a clump of bushes. Since you won't believe me when I tell you that I am a fox, he said stiffly, perhaps you will believe that that fine feline creature, toward whom you seem to have some measure of respect. Flossie looked at the cat and winked her eye. He sure use a heap of words, she whispered. Look at that fat tabby cat. Fox beckoned for Cat to speak up. Cat jumped to a nearby log and yawned and stretched, and then she answered, "This is a fox because he has sharp claws and yellow eyes," she purred. Fox seemed satisfied, but Flossie looked at the cat, and she looked at that fox, and once more, both just to be sure. And she say, "All due respect, Miss Cat, but both y'all got sharp claws and yellow eyes, so that don't prove nothing, exceptin' y'all both be cats." Oh, Fox went howling and running around in circles. He was plumb beside himself. "I am a fox, and I know it," he shouted. "This is absurd." "No call for you to use that kind of language," Flossie said, and she skipped away. Oh my, she has got that fox all upset, doesn't she? Wait, Fox pleaded. "I just remembered something. It may be the solution to this horrible situation." "Good, it's about time. I have a bushy tail." Fox seemed to perk up. "That's right," he said. "All foxes are known for their fluffy, bushy tails. That has got to be adequate proof." "Ain't gotta be to me. There, you got a bushy tail. And so do squirrels," Flossie pointed to one overhead, leaping from branch to branch in the treetops. "Here, have a bite of peach," she said, offering Fox the first bite of her treat. But Fox was crying like a natural-born baby. No, no, no," he sobbed. If I promise you I'm a fox, won't that do?" Flossie, she shook her head. "No, she thought he was a squirrel." Oh my. "Well, oh, woe is me," Fox hollered. "I may never recover my confidence." Flossie didn't stop walking. "That's just what I've been saying. You just an old confidencer. Coming telling me you a fox, then can't prove it. Shame on you." Long about that time, Flossie and the fox came out of the woods. Flossie cupped her hands over her eyes, and she caught sight of McCutcheon quarters in Miss Viola's cabin. Fox didn't notice a thing. He just followed behind Flossie, begging to be believed. "Give me one last chance," he pleaded. Flossie turned on her heels. "Okay, but just this once more." Fox tried not to whimper, but his voice was real unsteady, like, I have sharp teeth, and I can run exceedingly fast." He waited for Flossie to say something. Slowly, the girl rocked from heel to toe, back and forward. "You know," she finally said, smiling, "it don't make much difference what I think anymore." "What?" Fox asked. "Why?" "Well, 'cause there's one of Mr. McCutcheon's hounds behind you, and he's got sharp teeth, and he can run fast too. And by the way, that hound, well, it looks like it's all over for you." Look at that. With a quick glance back, Fox dashed toward the woods. "The hound knows who I am," he shouted, "but I'm not worried. I'm sure I can outsmart and outrun one of Mr. J.W. McCutcheon's miserable mutts any old time of day, just because I told you I am a fox." Well, look at that. He's getting chased away, isn't he? I know, said Flossie. "I know." And she turned toward Miss Viola's with the basket of eggs safely tucked underneath her arm. Well, that is one smart little girl, isn't it? She got herself all the way to Miss Viola's with those eggs. That fox chasing her the whole time. Wasn't that funny?
I hope you guys enjoyed the book. We'll see you soon. Bye, friends.